Hey, 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 what is up, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. What's going on? What's happening? I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. For some of you, the Australian group, I know you guys are already into Tuesday. But nevertheless, love getting back here. I cannot believe like how fast the weeks go by. They just fly by. So anyway, what's up, Ernie? Nice to see you popping in here, my friend. Hey, Sandy. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see. There we go. There's the comments. Nice to see you, Sandy. Hope you guys are having a great couple warm months in Michigan. Maybe it's already too warm. It is like record heat, like all over the US. It's incredible how hot it has been. In some cases, too hot because of people not being prepared or not taking care of themselves. But nonetheless, the show goes on, right? What's up, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. San Antonio, Texas. Lisa's here. What's up, Lisa? She is, let's see, it's 8:30 a.m. for Lisa on Tuesday morning in Perth. Hello, hello. Nice to see you guys popping in here. We've got a great couple topics for you guys tonight. As you guys know, on our calls, we typically will give you a little bit of some announcements, some reminders, some tips for you to remember, and then maybe a thought for you to take away with. So, anyway, that's what we're going to do tonight. So, let's start with a couple announcements. Hey, Sue, how are you? South Florida's in the house. I love my South Florida peeps. You guys need to have me do a meeting in South Florida because I like visiting South Florida. I love this side of Florida. Obviously, that's why I live here, but it's been a while since I'm actually going to be in South Florida in a couple weeks. You guys, for my long time standing business partners, you guys know we are 2 weeks out from lobster season. I will be in the Florida Keys the beginning of August. It is what it is. I've been told that some of the best team calls we have ever done happened while we were in the Keys. I can't deny or confirm if there were margaritas involved, but I'm telling you, I'll be in the Keys in a couple weeks. It's our favorite time of the year to be in the water. In fact, just today, I transported the boat back down here a couple hours down the coast of Florida. It was absolutely gorgeous. What's up, J-Lo? So let's jump into this call, guys. I know I talked about it a little bit briefly last week, but Boards has content now that is like just mind blowing, right? It's months and months and months of work in preparing content that we've actually got right at your, why do they call it fingertips? Should be your thumbs. Like, does everybody do pretty much things with their thumbs on their phone? I don't know. Maybe if you got a big keyboard, you use your fingers. But you know what I find is really funny? Here's a squirrel moment. When people are having a real conversation about a text message, they just go like, I text this person. They're like, I text this person. They like physically, I was texting this person. I do it. I don't know. Do you do it in the comments? Do you do like this when you're like telling someone you were texting? Do you guys do that? I don't know. Is it just me? Nope. No thumbs. You use fingers? You use fingertips? Golly, like I use my thumbs. Maybe that's why I misspell. Maybe that's why I misspell so many things. Anyway, Boards, guys. If you will go into the business resources side under the social media toolkit, you will now see what amounts to, I guess that's 12 weeks. It's 90 days. It's 90 days of content. Lisa's saying it's amazing. Lisa, I wasn't the one that put it all together. However, there were a lot of amazing people behind the scenes. We just finally got it away from one platform and put it into Boards where it's absolutely free. And the one thing I wanted to mention to you guys is, and I've been seeing you guys use it. So I'm so excited that you guys are actually using the content. I've seen posts. In fact, I had lunch the newest Dr. Zan not there. I wonder who that is. I don't know if because there's no name with that one, but you must be like it's in that might be Jill. Um, so we've got the Dr. Zan video. We've edited out a couple pieces, and we need to get that thing in boards. And so we will do that soon. Also, with the 90 days of content, you guys may have noticed that there's also 90 short mindset audios from the leaders from the TBC. And so I think that is equally as valuable information as the actual content that we're giving you for the posts. Okay. It's Eileen. We will get that in there, Eileen. Thank you. So anyway, take a look at both of those links. That content's in there. And for a lot of you, I've seen are going back. I was at lunch last week with a chiropractor and a consultant that enrolled the chiropractor. And he was telling me in his very first post, he posted something and got engagement from someone in comments that literally is like, just tell me what I should take. Like, tell me everything. Like, he gained not just a customer, but like a really valuable customer from one post, the very first one. So anyway, check out Boards, social media toolkit. We're going to continue to pour more content into Boards. It's been such a great tool. I hope they don't, I wished I owned Boards. I don't. I knew someday they would charge because it's just too good to be free for everybody. So anyway, use it to your advantage. It's a really, really powerful tool, and we continue to keep loading that thing up. So pay attention to it, use it, tell your teams about it. This Saturday, well, actually Friday, then Saturday. So if you don't know, this Friday, LifeVantage is ringing the bell on the NASDAQ. That is a massive, massive accomplishment for this company. And if I was you, I would be using it to recruit. I would be absolutely 100% using the fact that LifeVantage, your company, is ringing the closing bell this Friday in New York. And I'm excited. I will be there. I'm going. My boy Mike's here. How you doing, Mike? How you doing? I'm going to New York. Give me a little taste of the Big Apple. I will be inside the building, which is really, really cool. Can't wait to be there. Then the very next day is our Activate event, our virtual event that's global. And so I could talk the rest of this call about this event and why it's so important for all of you to be a part of. More importantly, how do you leverage this event? And I bet you guys know what I'm about to say. The way you leverage an event is to host an event. And if you just got one person to join you, that is twice as good as you watching by yourself. Okay. So make sure you're registered and then put an event together. Have somebody over for coffee, tea, refreshments, lunch, so that you guys can take this information in together. I know, Tori, I am so excited. So I don't know who this is right here. It says Facebook user. And if you're on Facebook, your name's there. But on StreamYard, I just get Facebook user. We are getting together in Louisiana, and I have been begging for this because Louisiana is the state of getting together. Like, that's what Louisiana does, is get together. And so like, if I lived in Louisiana, that might be my only recruiting tool, is just like good food and, business, right? Helping people fix their financial trouble. Cheryl Cook, I kind of figured that might be Cheryl. So that's awesome. Really excited about that. Let's see. I'm looking through the comments. This is a long one. I don't know if you guys can read all that, but that's a long one. She's excited. Michigan's going to have one in Ada. No surprise. And why is Ada, Michigan, one of the hottest markets in all of LifeVantage markets? It's because you guys do live events. You guys, it's not a mystery. This is a relationship business. This is a business built on trust. And it's really, really hard to build trustworthy relationships 100% online or through Zoom. getting together when you can is absolutely a huge feather in your cap. Oh, Anna's going to have one at her home. This is awesome. I'm loving, loving, loving all of this, guys. I'm so excited to see what you guys are doing. 3 big events in 3 days. Yes, we are ringing the bell. Big deal. So make sure you guys are a part of this. And I would say the hardest thing with virtual events, as you guys know, is actually not being distracted. So LifeVantage used to have 4 live events in the US, 4 live events every year. So every quarter, every 90 days, we were flying out to a destination where for a day and a half, we were all together, no distractions, blinders on, 100% getting the LifeVantage education. And it was, without it, there's no way I would be years away from what we've accomplished without those events. Well, the world has changed drastically. You get to decide if it's better or worse. But LifeVantage is now on a event cadence where we're going to do 2 live events a year and 2 virtual events a year. And so my point in telling you this, guys, is this virtual event, treat it like a real event. Don't just cram it in. Like, treat it like you don't have to get the plane ticket, but you do need the information. It's going to be a great event, great training, fantastic announcements. There's some announcements coming that we are going to absolutely be running with as we come out of this event, because it's announcements that will directly affect your business and how you sign people up and what you're signing them up on. So really, really excited about this. Here we go. New Jersey will be on the street in New York City. I'm loving this. Okay. Watching the street party from a clubhouse. Then Tyler Daniels doing a meeting Monday PM in North Jersey. That is phenomenal. Phenomenal. So fantastic. Really excited about you guys doing all that. So make sure you're a part of that. All right. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on in all of our lives right now. And it seems as though it's becoming more and more of a topic. I was reading an article this morning about the global state of financial affairs. And it's not a mystery that things are becoming more expensive. If things are becoming more expensive for you, in the chat, I would love for you to put in the chat what is frustrating you. Like, what do you have to buy every month that you need that is like crazy expensive? Put it in the chat. I'd love to know like what's really got you a little angry right now, right? Put it in the chat. What are the things that is like, this is crazy that it's costing this much money? I'll tell you, a couple of weeks ago, Lynette went to the store to buy like a roast, and it was like outrageous, like $15 a pound. And she's like, I'm not doing it. She's like, I got the money, but I'm not doing it. I'm not spending that much money. I'm going to go wait and go buy it somewhere else. So yes, organic food, Publix. Yeah, Publix, buy stock in Publix if you can, private company, but I'm sure their profits are going through the roof. Like Shell Oil last year, right? Record profits. Homeowners insurance doubled since Hurricane Ida. Yep. All the food. Yep. All these things are just, it's crazy, right? And the financial pressure is here. And so what I would love to do with this group is to become more observant of what LifeVantage is actually doing for you already and starting to tell that story. So I'm going to put a post together. I'm going to put a post together in the TBC tonight. I will do it tonight. Energy costs. Yeah, rent has increased crazy, right? There's people can barely afford to even buy a home right now because of the interest rates and insurance. It's just it's a thing. This is like, you cannot ignore this anymore. It's real. It's a thing. And I'm telling you that this is a perfect time for recruiting people into the business. When Lynette and I joined LifeVantage, it was 2009, financial crisis, the worst financial crisis since the Great Depression. And we are not facing the same thing. That was a big bubble, a big financial bubble. We're not quite facing the same thing. However, there are financial pressures all over the world. That article that I was telling you about was explaining how prices of goods and services have increased, but not necessarily earnings. Earnings are not staying on pace with the cost of living. And it's a real thing, guys. And so having this conversation with people will put you in the driver's seat for offering a solution. And that is earning extra money. It's a fact that people are going to need more money this year and the next year than they did in previous years. And it will give you an opportunity to have this conversation. And so I really would love for you guys in this post that I'm going to put in the TBC. I want all of you to participate in it. I want you to put in the post, what are some of the things that your LifeVantage money is paying for? And I don't want you to think like something's too small, because at the end of the day, we know most people do network marketing to make a few $100 a month. A few $100 a month can take some pressure off. It can give someone a couple options of what they can do with their money. Maybe it's just a few hundred extra bucks just to go kind of splurge on themselves because there's so much pressure paying the bills that they get a little bit of something extra to go do something for themselves. And that's perfectly fine. So when I put the post up, I want you guys to go in there and start commenting on what your LifeVantage check is already currently paying for. It would be exciting to see the power of this company and this opportunity. My purpose in doing this is to inspire all of you to see just how significant of a thing we have in our hands, because the pressure's here for people. It's real. People are looking for financial options. And when you line things up, guys, people don't have too many options. What option? They're going to start a business. Well, to start a business, it takes a lot of money, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands to start a business. You need education, you need experience, you need so much stuff to start a business. Most people will never get to start a business because they'll never have the money to do it. When you look at our business, you can literally start a real home-based business for hundreds of dollars, not thousands, tens of thousands. Like, just that alone puts us in the driver's seat as a solution for people needing extra money. I mean, I can go on and on and on about the significance of what we have for people as a real solution. What do we hear all the time? I just don't have any time. I'm too busy. Well, if you're broke and you're going to start a new business, guess what? That new business is going to consume all of your time versus a business you can do here with just the hour that you're going to spend on social media anyway. Just send out some text message and add and tag some messages, people in some groups. Like, literally, that's what we have to do, right? Like, the comparison, starting a business and the amount of time it would take to start a business versus the time it would take to have this business and earning a few $100s it's not even comparable. It's a really great option for a lot of people. And so I want you guys to participate in this chat, in this post, because I think it's going to be really powerful for us. And then I want to share the stories. I want to start sharing the stories with the community. I think it's going to be really powerful. And some of these stories, what we will do is we will naturally put them in boards so that you can then grab them out of boards and share them with your prospects, share them on social media, because I really genuinely, guys, I want to help be a solution, because everywhere I go, people are like, they're under a lot of pressure. And I'm telling you, this business is perfect for people who are needing a little financial relief. It's absolutely crucial. Okay. So just something to think about. Be looking for the post. Here's my kind of thought for you guys to kind of walk away from. I want you to think about for the rest of the night, of the day, of the week. It's something that John Maxwell said. He calls it moral authority, like your morals, moral authority. And he said, all authority is based not on what you did, but what you are currently doing. So if you've accomplished things in the past, that doesn't count for you to be an authority on something. Because somebody that accomplished things 10 years ago, today things are so drastically different that real leaders are leading. And let me give you an example. Maybe you guys have heard this before. Maybe you're a jogger or a runner. You've done a 10K race before, okay? And maybe you've done the same route. Like you've done this route a few times. You're very experienced. You've had some really good results. And you've told your friends, and you've maybe even convinced some of your friends that they should start jogging. Maybe they should start, maybe enter a 10K race. And so they've got questions. They're a little concerned. What do you think would be the best way to help that person if they've never done a race before and they're really like want to do it but don't know if they can do it? They're really uncertain if they can do it. What do you think would be the best way for you to help them? Would it be for you to tell them of all the things you've accomplished and your time splits and the way you placed, and that might be beneficial in some way. But what if you're like, you know what? I love running, and I'll do it with you. I'll do the race with you. Because otherwise, like, could you imagine the race starts and at first you could be kind of yelling to them and being like, yeah, good job, keep going. But before long, they can't hear you. And they can't hear you because they're in the thick of it. They're in the race and you're not. That is the exact same thing with recruiting someone today and being like, good job, let me tell you what you do next. And before long, they're in the thick of it and they can't even hear you anymore because you're teaching them what you did and not what you're doing. John Maxwell says you don't have the authority to teach unless you are doing. Leadership has no finish line. Leadership has no finish line. He says, because if it did, when you got to the finish line, you're finished. And he's like, finished, like it's over. Nobody wants to be finished physically, mentally, spiritually, financially. We all want growth. Well, the only way to have growth spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, relationships is to be in it. You can't do it on what you did in the past. You can't. You have no authority as a coach or mentor if you're telling people what you did. And so it's just something to think about as we go into what I think is going to be one of the toughest financial couple months, year and a half that we've seen in a while, because everybody was an expert, a couple years ago when the economy was going through the roof. But I want all of us in the race together. I want all of us recruiting. I want all of us getting better financially. I want all of us providing real solutions with moral authority. You're doing it. And it's fun. Kenny Rogers said, and I this is sticking with me because it's so true, guys. There's only 3 things you need to be happy. You need someone to love. You need something to do, and you need something to look forward to. Someone to love, something to do, something to look forward to. And LifeVantage can take care of 2 of those. It is for me. It's not everything that I look forward to, and it's not everything I do, but Life Vantage to me keeps my mind fresh. It keeps me sharp, it keeps me challenged. It gives me something to do, and it gives me something to look forward to. This call was a challenge. After all these years of doing this, they're not easy. I still have to prep for them. You guys, moral authority is based on what you are doing, not what you did. And I can tell you guys, the more successful you are at anything, the tougher it becomes to stay in it. The beauty with this business is it's not attached to like physical strength, right? We can do this for a long time. And it's something that I absolutely take complete enjoyment out of because I'm invested in this thing with you guys. I want you guys to have what we've had. And the only way for me to do that is to stay in the race with you. I'm in all out recruit mode right now. Look at me. I am at all out recruit mode. I am doing things that makes me uncomfortable. I'm doing things that I don't want to do. As Tony Robbins says, your whole life, your whole day should have many, many things throughout the day that you don't want to do. If you are doing everything you want to do, you're living a life of comfort. And that's what fries the frog. You have to be uncomfortable several times during the day in order for you to be happy. Happiness does not come from comfort. It just doesn't. Comfort will not make you happy. It'll make you bored, old, outdated, and have no authority. Get uncomfortable, push the boundaries, stay uncomfortable, do things that you haven't done before, stay in the game, stay relevant, and then teach people what you're doing. Be a solution. That's the answer, guys. So I just thought I would drop some of that stuff on you guys, something to think about. Get in the race. Don't tell people you raced. Get in the race. It's the best thing that you can do to take people through this journey. And in doing so, as Jim Rohn always said, if you help enough people if you help enough people get what they want, you will always have what you want. If you help enough people get what they want, you will always have what you want. Think about it. You guys have a great week. I'll see you guys here next week. See ya. Bye.